All right. So welcome in everybody. Today I want to get started with talking about business credit. Business credit. I started my business back in July and I started building business credit. I do believe in October, maybe August, maybe September. So what I ended up doing was getting watching all kind of videos, going into some Facebook groups and learning just everything that I needed to learn or that I thought I needed to learn at the time. But one thing that I highly recommend you all do is that no matter where you are in your business, you continue to network, you continue to go into the Facebook groups, go on YouTube, call the bureaus, follow Credit Suite, follow everybody that you can when you are trying to build your business credit, because things change so often that you don't know from what to what when it's time for you to scale and grow your business. And so regardless of what I'm telling you, regardless of whatever someone else told you, because I can guarantee you that things have changed since your last business coach or your last webinar that you joined that told you about how to build business credit fast. Now, there are a couple of things always change, but the concept is pretty much still the same. So let's go ahead and dive in. So let's just say you're a new business and you just got your LLC and your DUNS number. And I see this all the time in the groups. They always just come on and they say, well, what do I do now? I got my LLC. What were you going to do when you got your LLC? Like, what were you going to do? But either way, just I'm gonna give you the breakdown, and if you got a paper and a pen, I highly suggest you take that to hold it right now so you can write this down. Okay, so first and foremost, the first thing that you really want to do when you're trying to build business credit is, you got to know what is your business going to be doing. What kind of business do you have? Establish what it is that you are doing in your business, because that will also let you know what accounts you need. There are so many accounts out there, guys, that you can pretty much, strategize exactly what you're going to be doing within your company as far as your finances go to be able to build your business credit. So let's just say, great idea. Let's just say that you are an Airbnb. You own Airbnbs. So honestly, any of them works for Airbnbs because it gives you, several of them give you cleaning supplies. Several of them give you household items. You can get dishes from some of them, electronics from some of them. Some of them you can even get floor and tile. Some of them you can get wood, depending on what companies you are going to be building your business credit with. So of course, everybody, for the most part, will know that the first five that I recommend, though five is not enough if you are going to be going for funding. If you're going to be going for funding, five is nowhere close to enough. But let's just give you the top five to get you at least that paydex score, right? So your top five is going to be number one, Quill. Number two, Uline. Number three, Granger. Let's go again. Number one, Quill. Number two, Uline. Number three, Granger. So we're going to get Quill, Uline, and Granger. The other two, which are pretty much mandatory and should be all across the board, is Nav and Dun and Bradstreet. Nav and Dun and Bradstreet. So I didn't get Uline when I started. I got Quill, Granger, Dun and Bradstreet, Quill, Granger, Dun and Bradstreet, and I think the CEO Creek. No, I got them last. I got Summa. I got Summa. But I had, like I said, I built mine in 60 days because I bought the Summa and not the Ohana. I don't know, the two that comes together, and it's a trick to that as well. So get you those five. Go ahead and get your paydex score. But once you have started building business credit and you've already paid for made three payments over $100, go ahead and get you a couple of the other ones too. Once you've made at least three payments of $100, that's when you probably can go ahead and move on to purchasing smaller amounts within the companies that you've already purchased from. But you got to go big with the next five companies as well for about three purchases, and then you can go down to maybe a $50, $60, $70, $80 product with them for the next 3 to 6 months. So honestly, if you can do it all in the very beginning and stack all those accounts that you go for, then that will definitely propel you all the way on through to funding. Now, after you get these net 30 accounts with Quill, Granger, Uline, Dun and Bradstreet is not a net 30, and Nav is not a net 30, but Nav also, when you look on your business credit and you're trying to see what's on their reporting, it's going to be, I think it says cash. I think that's what mine says. I think mine says cash. I'm going to be doing a more in-depth webinar about this, and I have all of the screenshots and everything in that that'll be in that webinar so that you guys can see it, and it'll be a free webinar. So I just kind of wanted to just, let you guys know that it is not that difficult to build business credit. It's really not. You just have to definitely have the means, and you definitely have to know, set up a strategy. Like, if you're not setting up a strategy for your business in the first place, if you're not setting up a strategy to build your business credit, what are you doing? So with that being said, you can always go to www.mlehelp.com to where you can set up a free 15-minute consultation call, and we'll be able to help you break that down if you're not really for sure about what that looks like, okay? So after you do your net 30 accounts, you want to go ahead and go to your store cards. Of course, the store cards are like, what is it? Lowe's, Home Depot, Staples, Floor and Decor, which are great store cards to have. And I just want to also let you know that the more that they see, the bigger the amount that they see you're being lended, which is contingent upon how many accounts that you have reporting, is the more money that they will give you when it comes to applying for the store cards. So the more net 30 accounts you have, the bigger the balance on the net 30 accounts, the bigger the balance will be on your store account cards. The bigger your accounts are on your net 30s, the bigger your accounts are with your store cards, the bigger the funding, the easier the funding. They're all they're trying to do is almost like the personal credit people. Be sure that you are fundable, and to know for a fact that you are in it to win it, that you're in it for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I will do a way more in-depth webinar on this, but I really just want to let you guys know, net 30 accounts first, okay? Net 30 accounts, get you about 5 or 10 of those as soon as you get in there, right? For about 3 months. Make sure that you are purchasing for every month. Make sure that you are paying as soon as your invoice come out, and after the invoice come out, that means it's already in their system. It's all ready to go. It's already ready to go. So go ahead and get those invoices. Pay them up, I guess maybe about 5 to 7 days after. I used to say 10 days, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like the sooner you pay that invoice, the better your score is. And then even in there, it also says pays promptly. Okay, so let's just pay promptly. So anyway, so get those net 30 accounts. Go ahead and get to those business accounts, because this is what I did. Once I got my, I was not in business on at all, y'all, and I was just trying to do the absolute most. Okay, I want Amazon 55. My store, my company wasn't even 2 months old yet, wasn't even 45 days old yet, and I'm over there trying to get a Amazon net 55. But I'm telling you that so that you'll understand there are systems, okay? There's an art and a science to all of this. Oh boy said it best. It's an art and a science to all of this. So make sure that you are taking the necessary steps. Whatever I'm telling you, you can go ahead and write that down. But please go ahead and do your own due diligence. Go into the Facebook groups. Go to YouTube. Go wherever else you feel like you need to double search, research, over search, under search, and find more information about what it is that you are trying to do when it comes to building business credit. So, of course, again, I'm just going to do a recap, and then again, you guys will be able to attend the webinar once it's finished up, okay? 1, to get started with business credit, you're going to need to do net 30 accounts. Net 30 accounts, right? Net 30 accounts. Quill, Uline, Granger, the CEO Creative, which I have an affiliate link for. And there are so many more that I'll go over in the webinar. Secondly, after you get those 5 to 10 net 30 accounts, you want to move to store cards, but that's going to take at least 30 to 45 days. once you start seeing things get generated. Now, mind you, since I did net 30 accounts, I know for a fact that things have changed. I know for a fact that things have changed. So go ahead and get those accounts. Call those lenders, those vendors for those net 30 accounts, and see what their stipulations are. See what it is that they require for you to need to go ahead and get the bigger amount, to get the acceptances that you need, and to get the amounts that you're asking for. But with that being said, I'm going to pivot from going back to the store cards and tell you about your business being structured properly. Once your business is structured properly, building business credit will come with ease. I'm telling you, if your business credit is structured properly, your business, getting funding for your business will come with ease. Get that domain. Get that domain so that you can have the proper website and email for your business that you need. A .com, info at yourbusinessname.com. Again, info at yourbusinessname.com. That is a professional email. .com, not at gmail.com, not at yahoo.com, not at hotgirlronald.com, or whatever else goes with all of that. It's info at yourbusinessname.com, info at mlehelp.com. Website www.info at mle, wait, is that what it is? www.info at mlehelp.com. I think that's the website name. It's the same as the email because the domain is the same. You know, I purchased the domain for the website. That's how the email is created, from your domain. Y'all, domains are $12. I think at max, I'm not sure, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to, take one from somebody else, of course, they're going to be more. But when you are going into GoDaddy, Google, Blue somebody or something like that, there's so many of those that you can also go to get domains. If you want me to do a video about breaking down the domains and what it is and more about domains and where to get them and stuff, I will. But just leave me a chat in the comments. Leave me a comment. Leave a comment and I'll be able to do that. But get your domain so that you can have your website and your email professionally, right? Go ahead and also get you an address. Y'all, I think honestly that some of the funding that I went for, that I got denied for, was because I'm using my home address. That's the address that my LLC was filed with, my home address. If your LLC is filed with your home address, be prepared to get denials. Be prepared to get denials. If you are using your home address, if you are using those P.O. boxes or the iPostals and all those that are not like a virtual office, you need a virtual office, not a virtual address, a virtual office that has real companies inside that office where you can go and have meetings with your clients and customers and things like that. You need a virtual office, not a virtual assistant. Not a virtual whatever that is. You need a virtual office, seriously. That you need those things before you even file for your LLC. You need those because once you file, that's the information you're going to have to put on there. You're going to have to put that email in somewhere in there. I know I did as soon as I got started. I had to put my email somewhere in there. A couple of them asked me for my website. And now that I went on Dun & Bradstreet, honey, I went on them to make sure that my information is right, which is a couple of things wrong. So you always want to stay on top of that. There is, baby, they want your Twitter, your Facebook. A lot of the lenders are going to want you to upload your banking information. Okay, so you got to have a real business. So you got to make sure that you're taking the necessary steps to get where you want to go. But you got to have it strategized, got to have it written out. Also, you want to have your business and stuff written out because grants. You want to apply for grants for your company. Once you have everything written out, it makes it very, 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 very easy for you to go ahead and apply for grants too within your business. But your business still have to be structured properly to go ahead and get a lot of the funding and a lot of the acceptances that you're going to be going for within your company. Let's go ahead and move back to store cards. Store cards, Staple, Home Decor. Is that what it is? Oh, Floor and Decor. I'm sorry. Home Depot, Floor and Decor. Y'all, Walmart, is so many of them that you can apply for that. I will give you way longer list in the webinar. I'll break those down. I'll give you more of the terms and conditions and stuff like that in the webinar. Also, gas cards. When I was fairly new, I was kind of accepted for some gas cards, but I didn't go with it because a couple of them, because I was new, was trying to get me to PG, personal guarantor, mean put my own like social security number to the debt, and I didn't want to do that. That's why I pivoted over to, not only why I pivoted over to building business credit, but I've always had a business, so everything I do really is for business, even though I had been using it for personal. So let's not commingle funds. Let's not commingle bank accounts. Let's not commingle debit cards. Let's not commingle gas receipts or none of that when you are building a business. So let me see. I kind of want to show y'all something. Let me see. So with my business account, Bank of America told me that I needed to use by debit $250 a month for them to not to charge me a banking fee. First of all, I don't even use the debit card. Most of my bills are on auto pay. So I don't really use the debit card. That's not what this is. But secondly, she told me that again, it has to be by swipe and using my PIN number. Even if I did use the debit card, I'm not gonna use it enough unless I buy one purchase and swipe it for $250. But the reason why I will be swiping, which is a lot like when you're building business credit, I'm swiping because it's stuff that I need. If I'm going to be swiping, it's going to be mainly because of my business bills that have accumulated that I will be paying out of that business account. I can't swipe for my tax software. I can't swipe for my internet AT&T bill. I can't swipe to pay NAV. I can't swipe to pay Dun & Bradstreet. I can't swipe to pay my phone bill. Well, I can, but I can't swipe to pay most of my company bills. But that is something, there's so many things you guys are going to have to try to figure out and understand. And, you're going to have to make some plays, write down different plays that are going to be conducive to you getting funding, to you scaling, and to you getting to the next level in your business, guys. Again, net 30 accounts, store accounts, then the credit cards, the American Express credit cards and so forth. So again, we will have a webinar really soon, and you guys will be able to come to that free live webinar and get more information about all of these things and broken down way better. I just want to come on and just let you guys know a few of the things that you can do, and to ask you to please do your own due diligence. Call the companies, ask them what they require, ask them when they report, ask them who they report to. The better thing that you can do, which is a gem, get accounts that report to all three bureaus. Get accounts that report to all three bureaus. Do your due diligence and find that part out. But in that webinar, I got you.